Okay, so in order to remove spark plugs, put the new ones in, you need 2 ratchets, you need a 5/8 socket, a 10mm socket, screwdriver, a little adjuster tool, spacing, and for 2001, okay, from 99 to about 07 Silverados and Tahoes, you need a AC Delco platinum spark plugs. Pretty much, you can get the iridium, but I just went with platinum. And you're gonna gap them to, let's see here, gap them to 0.040. You're also going to need a bunch of extensions, and this helped me a little bit with this little one that turns like that. Your engine time to cool down so you don't burn yourself, because you're dealing with you're right next to the headers and that could burn you severely. First thing you want to do is unscrew this bolt and this bolt, take this off to get it out of the way. Through and undo these little plugs, the little green dot on them, all of them. There's 4 on each side if you have an 8-cylinder, so if you come over here, there's right there, there, and there. And then after you do that, you want to come in there and the little where it leads to, you want to take that off. Also 4 on each side. My truck has 150,000 miles on it. This is the first time they've ever been replaced. So what I had to do is I had to go through and I had to pry it open. Let's get there real good. I had to pry it like this while pulling on it to finally tug them out. If you don't have something to pry them open and they've been on a while, then they're not going to come off and it's going to frustrate you. Don't try to use like vice grips or anything like that, because then you're gonna mess it up. And never pull from the wire, because these wires break really easily, and on both sides, don't pull from the wire, you're gonna break something. I'm not gonna go through taking them off and everything, but once these are off, you come in and that's where the spark plug is, and then that's where you get your 5/8 and you unscrew all of them. They're all relatively easy, except on this last one back there. It leads to right there. It's all the way back there. And I'm showing you how to get that one. What I had to do is I had to come under here and I had to undo all these little tabs, and I had to go through here to get to it. It's a lot easier, it'll save you a lot of time. When you're going to undo these, the fender well, make sure to come in here and undo these little things or it's not gonna work. You just stick your screwdriver in it, you just pop them off like that, and they come undone. And once you have all the old spark plugs out, then you can go ahead and get your new ones. Make sure you gap them to 0.040. Factory's 0.060, but they had an update and the 0.040 works better with the trucks and SUVs. You may also need to get a breaker bar if these have been on a while. I had to use about a 3-foot breaker bar for a couple of them. It just depends, you know, how much leverage you can get on them, but they should all come off. And then after you have all the old ones out, you can put the new ones in. Just make sure to tighten them, not super tight because you don't want to break them, but tight enough. And then you just go same process but backwards. You plug those back on until you hear a click, and then all these will come on when you hear a click, and then you'll be good to go. And then make sure to come in here when you're done and re-screw these, and then to make sure to go under the fender and redo that so you don't mess up anything. Now as far as performance on mine, when I put mine in, I could notice a increase in acceleration, like it was a lot better, and I haven't gotten to see what the gas mileage I'm getting so far on this new tank of gas, but I mean they haven't been replaced in 150,000 miles, so I'm guessing I'm gonna get 1 to 2 miles to the gallon more, which, you know, is all it helps if I can get that, since I only get about 10 miles to the gallon with the 33s. So I'll just see how it goes and keep you updated. And as far as disposing of the old spark plugs, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to do it, so for now I'm going to hold on to them. If anyone knows, you know, how you do it, I'll look online a little bit, but as far as I know, I'm just going to keep them and go from there. As far as time-wise, it took me about 4 hours, but half of them were rusted on, and that's the first time I've ever done it, but the process definitely works, and it's super easy. You don't even have to know how to change your oil to do it. And then these spark plugs I got from Advanced Auto Parts, I got them for practically nothing because of a rebate. So I suggest going to there. That's where I go for all my stuff. And then the spark plugs I did get about you get about 100,000 miles from them, but I would suggest changing maybe at 50 or 60, just because you don't want to leave them on for so long, because you don't want them to be rusted on, so you can just change them within 30 minutes and not have to go through what I did.